Hi, Larry K, ShadowAnyone.com, and the creator of the Investigator's Ultimate Guide series, premium private investigator training from someone who's been there and done that. Today I want to talk to you about how to make a felony apprehension, or one of the little tricks that I've picked up over the years, and not necessarily even just a felony apprehension, but if you're in a position, our loss prevention guys who watch run into this a lot, where you're trying to catch somebody who's shoplifting, check fraud, credit card fraud, that type of thing. So I'm going to tell you, this is a thing, an incident that happened to me out in the real world. It wasn't associated with any case that I was working. I just happened to be out with, and just coincidentally, with a partner that I work with, and just living life out and about. This was a while ago. And you'll be able to tell from some of the things I explain in the case study here. Buddy of mine, we were out of videotapes for recording, so we had to go get some more. And we go over to a big box media store type place to buy videotapes. That gives you an idea of how long ago this was. As we pull up into the parking lot, we see a guy and a couple of women running through the parking lot, clearly away from and out of the store. And out of the store, running one of the workers wearing the little vest that they wear, clearly one of the workers chasing them. Now, this tells me that it's probably something more significant, because almost every store, almost every retail store, certainly the big ones, have this policy where associates, employees are not supposed to chase people, follow people, catch people, that kind of thing. So if I see this going on, it tells me either one, this store worker is using very poor judgment, which could be the case, or it's a very serious event where this person has decided to violate store policy because of the seriousness of the offense. My buddy and I see this. I say, hey, we got a runner. Pull up. We can kind of see what car they're going to. My buddy's driving. He pulls up, blocks the car as best we can, although they can move out the other direction, and we hop out. It's two women. One's carrying a baby. One's carrying a diaper bag, and a pretty sizable guy. I come around to the driver's side where he's going to go get into the car, and I get between him and the car. Now, this guy could squash me like a bug, no problem. But I say to him, you want to do a felony? He says, no. I said, well, you're going to have to do a felony on me to get into this car. And that stopped things, or changed things for a moment. And he realized, okay, they probably don't have anything really on me right now. But for sure, if I lay hands on this guy, it's going to turn into a felony, and I don't want that. And he made the decision to stand there and wait rather than assault me and try to get away. So the cops are called. What ends up happening is this trio of people, they have gone around from store to store, and they were stealing compact disc, music disc. And again, I'll tell you how long ago this was. It was a music disc called Gang Related, and they were just robbing the city blind. They had found one of the unlocking keys to take the security packaging off of the CDs. So what they would do is, you had the driver, bodyguard, lookout, man. The two women would go in with a baby and a baby bag that was empty, a diaper bag. One of them would unlock all these CDs, just dropping the cases on the floor, putting the CDs into the diaper bag. And then they would just walk out as if it was just a child and a diaper bag and a father. All over the city, this chain of stores was finding piles of this leftover merchandise, the security wrappers, and their CDs were gone. When the police finally arrived, these three are telling the story. We didn't do anything, nothing, yada, yada, yada. We end up popping the trunk, and it is just loaded, comically loaded, with just all of these compact discs. It's just crazy how many they have stolen and still even have in the car. So now they search the diaper bag. Of course, it's got the CDs in it. And the woman who had the release key for the security devices was actually had that and was holding it cradled under the baby. Now, first of all, this type of theft, using a child as cover, using a stroller or whatever, this is not at all uncommon. Don't, if that shocks you, don't let it. It happens all the time. What I want you to learn here is this concept. The bad guys understand felony versus misdemeanor. A lot of them have priors, a lot of them have done a little bit of time for one thing or another, and they understand, unless I have to, I don't necessarily want to commit a felony that I'm going to get busted for. So here's a case where you can use reason and logic a little bit, or at least as one of the tools before you have to get physical. And I want to give you that key line again. Do you want to do a felony? This will stop the person and have them think, maybe I don't. And for me, I was willing to be the felony. I was willing to be the guy who took the punch. So that's just the way I handled it. I'm not suggesting that you handle it this way, and this is not legal advice for you. But if you're going to be making apprehensions and catching bad guys, I want you to have this very useful tool that I have used many, many times to avoid using physical force and yet to still make the apprehension. This is Larry K, shadowanyone.com. Remember, do the right thing, even if it's the hard thing.